About a month ago, I was tagged by my mate Richard over at ReviewTechUSA. Now, this is a different type of tag. It's not 5 facts about myself, otherwise I would have said, no, don't worry about it, because I've done one of them already. No, this is a new one, where you list out your 3 favourite consoles and your favourite game on each of those consoles, and then name 3 people that you want to tag. Okay, so 3 consoles. Well, as much as I love my Segas, not all 3 consoles are going to be Segas, sorry. To begin with, I'd like to add an honourable mention to the PS2. Now, the PS2 has been doing strongly now for the last 8 years or so, and has supplied us gamers with hours and hours of fun. And hats off to Sony, I've got to say too, for not pulling the plug on the PS2 the moment the PS3 was released, like Microsoft did with the Xbox.
Number 3.
The Dreamcast. Now, the Dreamcast has to be on this list of classic consoles, with this great selection of games and tons of innovative ideas went with it, like the iToy, the maracas, the fishing rod, and of course the modem and broadband adapter. But I mean, I didn't grow up with this console like I did with the 2 others I mentioned, so I can't have it any higher than number 3. But I mean, every day as I get to know the Dreamcast better and better, it continues to amaze me with its collection of great games. So choosing a favourite was a little bit tough, but I mean, I'd have to go with the game that I spent the most time on, and that would be Rush 2049. It's a great multiplayer game, and one we have found ourselves addicted to consistently. Nick is the only one who has actually finished this game, but we all love it anyway. We reviewed it back right at the end of Season 2, so check it out.
Number 2.
The Colecovision. Well, back when this system was released, this console was like the 3DO of its day. Costing an arm and a leg, it managed to entertain thousands of kids around the world. If you take a trip over to Video Game Geek site and check out his video on Colecovision, then I'm sure you'll understand how special this black box was to a kid like me. Sadly, my mother sold it back when I was 12, with both expansions and about 10 games, and in pretty good condition, for only $10, which was heartbreaking stuff. Choosing just one game for the ColecoVision was just pretty much impossible for me, because I believe that it's a collection of games on the ColecoVision that made that system great. So here's 3 games that I think you can't go wrong with. Turbo, Mousetrap, and Venture.
Number 1.
Okay, here we go. So what's number 1, you ask? Well, those of you who know me would already be going, well, I know what he's going to say. And no, it's not the Mega Drive, though that was a classic. But if you saw the video I did on the Mega Drive, then you would know that I never had one on its original release. I had a Super Nintendo. Though mind you, except for a few games, I was never all that impressed with the Super NES either. No, my favourite console is a Sega. It's a CD-based Sega. And no, it's not the Mega CD add-on, even though that was my last video. It was the... well, I guess you know what it is by now, don't you? It's the Saturn. Yes, the Saturn. With a nice collection of 200 games I've got, I'm really going to struggle to think of a favourite game there. I mean, it has some classic games, some great 2D and 3D classics. I mean, a lot of you are probably shouting at the screen, Panzer Dragoon Saga, or Radiant Silvergun. And honestly, I still haven't played these games yet. And trust me, I'm kicking myself about it too. So I'm going to be predictable, as my favourite game on the Saturn is probably the same as a lot of others out there, Nights into Dreams. I still like to challenge myself with the best score I can get. I mean, getting an A on each level is easy now, but I like to top my personal best, and I still manage to do it every now and then. So I managed to get Grub on the blower, and I got his 3.
Number 3.
Atari 2600. And the game, River Raid, the Activision classic.
Number 2.
Dreamcast. And the game, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis.
Number 1.
Saturn. And I quote, "Oh, come on, Chuck, it's obvious. Sega Rally Championship." So it's my turn to tag 3 people. My 3 people are StrictlySega America,
StrictlySega of America. Today, we're celebrating Sonic's birthday.
Ronmower, J-Man.
Hey, what's going on out there? This is the J-Man, J-Man 46241.
Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time. Bye.
StrictlySega in the microphone. StrictlySega in the microphone. StrictlySega in the microphone. StrictlySega in the microphone.